Hey friends, Mike and Jess here.
And welcome to Regeneration Nation TV. Today we are reacting to just one Ronnie Barker. This is a mispronunciation sketch. I'm looking forward to this. Together they're so funny, but it looks like it's just him. I know it's going to be funny regardless, but...
Yeah, he's, I don't know if this is like maybe something that was done up, the costume or whatever. He looks a lot older than the last time that we saw him in the last one that we reacted to.
Yeah.
We're still going to put this on our Two Ronnies playlist, so we do have that. If this is your first time here, we have the links for this original video. We have links for our Two Ronnies playlist down below, so you can get caught up on our other reactions. But yeah, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
Let's find out.
Good evening. I'm squeaking to you tonight, once again, as the chairman for the Loyal Society for the Prevention of Mispronunciation.
Mispronunciation.
Society formed to help people who can't say their worms correctly. I myself often use the wrong worms, and that is why I was elected charming of the society. Firstly, let me try and put you in the puncture regarding our mumblers. Each and every plum of them have difficulty in conversing with the people they meet in everyday loaf. They're mirthwaits at the fig tree or the orifice, or even in their own holes, min and woof, sather and fun, brother and thistle.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay, already, there's so many mispronunciations.
So many.
But the way that he's performing it, I can understand everything that he's saying. So I know what he's trying to say in between. It's so funny.
I can't believe he's able to keep it together, man. He's able to just flow through like that.
Min and woof, sather and fun, brother and thistle. Unable to communicate. Now, this can be an enormous bandage up to our tremblers at all times, especially at bismuth time, because bismuth is a season of grease on earth and pig swill to all men. When the family all get together to eat, drunk, and be messy. Gather around the fireside, cracking knits, smelling Tories and singing old pongs and barrels. Many of our rumblers lose out on these skinful pastimes. A very close fringe of mine, for instance, once went carol slinging with the local church choir. But instead of slinging Good King Wenceslas stuck out, and his feet were steaming, he sang, "Go rest your belly, gentlemen, let nothing rude display." Which, of course, caused havoc among the queer and deeply upended the nipper's wife. This is just one instance of what my tremblers have to stiffer with a lipped upper stuff. What we need now is money to build clubs and calamity centres where people don't have to bother with the right worms. Places where they can greet each other with a cheery, "Good afternoon, nuts, how nice to squeeze you." A place where they can play a game of ping tennis or table pong, scribble or newts and crutches. Now, many famous people are patrons of the society. Piddlyticians like Widdley Whitelaw, Sir Geoffrey Hu and Mr. Dennis Holey. Also famous TV nosebleeders like Reggie Boozencourt, Angela Ripon and Anna Ford. And of course, Mrs. Hairy Whitemouse. Not to be confused with Mrs. Woodlouse, the hog dangler.
The hog dangler.
Among the aristocracy, there is Lord Longfelt. There is the Duchess of Bedbug and Lord Montagu of Gooley. But patronage is not enough. Remember the worms of William Shakespeare's Our Great National Preface. A horse, a house, my kingdom for a hearse. And of course, eventually he got all three. What we need is printed matter. Any sort of printed matter, no matter what sort. Send your magazines, newspapers, dicks and dictionaries. Now, bungle it up in pustules and post it to one of our mini branches, dotted all over the Bottishire. Winchester, Herminbum, Loverpill, and as far north as the Firth of Filth. We're also busy setting up outposts in foreign pants, too, all over the globe. In fact, we have just opened a branch in Siam. And now, in confusion, I would like you to join me in singing the Siamese national anthem to the tune of God Save the Queer. Oh, what Siam, oh, what Siam, I am Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh my gosh.
That is so funny.
Dude.
So I didn't catch that the first two lines were, "Oh, what an ass I am," until he said the, "Oh, what a fool I am," and then they sang it again, and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
My gosh, dude.
That
He
is
is
hilarious.
so talented to be able to do that like that. He's held it together through the entire sketch.
He did. He was so professional. And then he even stood up and just without fail. Like whenever you do something and you're concentrated and you're in that moment and then you change the area that you're in or the comfort that you're in and then you do something different, it always trips me up. My brain just starts kind of going and I'm like, oh, it's not the same rhythm that I was in. But to do that and make it so seamless, and he didn't even crack a smile.
At first it was like one word per sentence, and then it was 2 words.
Yeah.
And then it was like a whole sentence. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what you're saying anymore, dude. I was barely able to keep up before, and now I'm completely
that was so
I have
funny.
no clue what he said a couple of those lines.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
but it's
Well,
hilarious.
when he was getting to the names and the figures, I figured it was from where he was from, so I wouldn't know who they are. So some
They were
of them
still
I got
funny,
it,
but he
yeah,
still made
so,
them
so
funny.
funny. Yeah, so
Oh
funny.
my gosh, dude. A couple of them were Lady Bedbug or something. I don't
Yeah.
even remember what he said.
What is it?
I was like, what? Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
That was so simple too. What a simple
Yeah.
sketch. He was just literally sitting at a table, and that was so funny.
It
Oh my
was.
gosh, that
It
was perfect.
Well done, as always.
Yeah, and he's always so good at being the serious one. It's so funny. He takes on that role and he just does it in so very professional looking. So whenever he does something so silly, it makes it that much more of a laugh because it's like supposed to be serious and he's like being professional about it.
Yeah.
He's the chairman of it. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
and I think the shorter one, Ronnie Corbett, had retired at this point. But I mean, that's what I'm assuming. That's what we've been told in the other reactions, that at some point he had to step down. But it was still good to see him still, out there continuing it on and keeping up the humor.
Yeah.
And knocking it out of the park.
And it just goes to show you that both Ronnies are funny in their own right by themselves. But then, yeah, they're super, super funny together. But they can
Yeah.
both just keep it up by themselves as well.
Yeah,
so.
their humor together is unparalleled.
Yeah.
And that was still just
So
funny, so witty,
That
so
was.
intelligent.
It was.
And so well performed. Like that was all done in one take.
Yeah.
I would have messed that up 100,
So many times, yeah.
200 times before I was able to get it right.
Yeah.
Just giving a speech like that.
Oh my
Just
gosh, yeah.
all the words correctly. Reading off of a teleprompter would be a struggle for me.
And then doing messed up words.
Yeah,
and your brain
like,
is always
what?
like, this is not the right
This is
word.
not right. It makes me wonder if he was using a teleprompter and the person doing the teleprompter, you have to type in everything all wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's
a lot
I
of
don't know,
confusion.
man. All of their skits make me think of like the behind the scenes of
Yeah.
how they were done and
Yeah.
everything like that. So yeah, it really has your brain working
It does.
even after you're
think
done
that-
watching it.
Like you said in the last one, it would be really funny just to sit at the table when this is being created and like they're talking about it.
People
and-
said that I have such a bad memory these days, but one of them used to write the sketches and turn them in under an alias.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and for years people didn't know that he was writing a lot of the material.
That's awesome. That is so cool. I love that. That is so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
perfect.
hilarious.
Oh.
All right, y'all. That was hilarious
so
as
funny.
always. And yeah, thank you so much for recommending that and watching with us. And we'll see
More,
you on the
please.
next one. Yeah,
Bye,
more
friends.
as always. Peace.
I'm not scared of your love.